Now, a weather alert from Pinpoint Weather 12.
Well, a direct hit from a full-fledged hurricane is not expected. However, we will see impacts from a weakening tropical storm, specifically late tomorrow afternoon and early tomorrow evening, somewhere between roughly 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon till about 9 o'clock. That's the window of opportunity for some strong gusty wind and some strong thunderstorms. I don't see too many issues tomorrow morning. Storm getting better organized on the satellite photo. Here is southern New England and the Carolinas. A few hours ago, the winds were 75, now 85, and as we speak, starting to make landfall on the North and South Carolina border. Now, usually when tropical systems track off to our west, that's where the heaviest rain is located. It's usually along and to the left of the track. See this area of purple and yellow and pink? Real heavy rain, copious amounts. And notice how well west of our area that is. Now, we will see downpours scattered. I just don't see hours and hours and hours of heavy rain, but rather scattered downpours, primarily in the afternoon. And some of these downpours, by the time all is said and done, 1 to 2 inches of rain over a short period of time, and some strong thunderstorms as well. Notice the scale here as far as the severe thunderstorm risk. We're right up in this yellow zone, slight. And the concern here is that some thunderstorms may be strong with strong wind gusts, and some thunderstorms may be rotating, what we call supercell thunderstorms, and that has the potential to produce isolated brief tornadoes. It's not often that we say that, but the chances there, albeit slight. In other words, in the low levels of the atmosphere, there'll be a lot of wind shear. I'm going to explain this. It's pretty simple. It's just a change in the wind direction and speed with height. So near the ground, the wind is blowing in one direction. A little higher up, it's blowing in the opposite direction at a stronger speed. And what happens is it causes the air to spin, kind of like a horizontal tube. Well, this stays up in the sky. It's really no problem. But in some severe thunderstorms, this horizontal tube can get stretched up like this, and all of a sudden you get this vertical rotation up within a thunderstorm. Now, if this stays up in the cloud, we're good, we're fine, but sometimes these rotating columns can come down to the ground very briefly and touch down. You get an isolated, brief, kind of a weak tornado. So that is something that we'll watch in the very late afternoon and early evening hours. Waves picking up both Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday is actually a decent beach day, but the waves will continue along with a risk of strong rip currents. We don't have any coastal flood warnings on our borders, but Connecticut has a coastal flood warning. I don't see any real big issues with coastal flooding during the time of high tide here. Tomorrow morning it would be minor. Temperatures now, after reaching 94, in the upper 70s. Clouds starting to increase in advance of the storm, which is still down across the Carolinas. You can see the area of low pressure spinning. That's where it's located right now. The storm tracking north and northeast. Now, notice by tomorrow afternoon, we start to see late afternoon some of these stronger showers and thunderstorms starting to work in. I want to get in real hyper-local. I want to draw your attention to the late afternoon. Well, first of all, overnight tonight and even tomorrow morning, I don't see much of an issue with thunder, downpours, or strong wind. Just a few showers during the morning. And watch how things start to light up late afternoon and early evening. Right here, this is 5 o'clock. And then right in here, these little discrete cells are strong thunderstorms that have the potential to produce some damaging wind. These are not gusts. These are actually sustained winds that we're forecasting out of the southeast, south-southeast at 40 miles per hour, 8 o'clock in the evening. See this little red and purple? That's a strong thunderstorm with possible rotation. So some of these thunderstorms could produce a brief, isolated tornado. It's a fast-moving system. 11 o'clock, gone, goodbye. Things start to quiet down the rest of later tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. One quick look at the wind gust forecast. Notice early afternoon, it's fine, but later in the day, you start to see these areas of orange and purple indicating some gusts anywhere between roughly 40 and 60 miles per hour. Boaters, again, be mindful of these strong winds and these strong thunderstorms. Southwest winds 10 to 20, but they're really increasing during the late afternoon and early evening, gusts up to 50 knots. 7-day forecast shows the stormy weather tomorrow. Rest of the week looks quiet with some sunshine and temperatures in the middle 80s, Shannon, but things really go downhill, but not until late afternoon and early evening.